Yeah.
Okay, we got a car question.
Yeah.
Hey Nick, my dad's Lincoln Navigator lease is up, and he's switching it out to buy smaller than that. He's between the Lincoln Nautilus and the GV70. Plans to make upgrades and doesn't. He plans to make upgrades and doesn't want to spend over $100K. Thoughts?
He's in the two worst cars in the fucking segment. I'm sorry, Dad. The GV70. He's leasing. He's gonna be leasing.
Yep,
so.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to, it's like fuck, marry, kill when it comes to leasing. The GV70, I'll be honest with you, the new one doesn't look bad. Hyundai is I'm literally about facing in my career where I'm saying that Hyundai is actually doing okay things right now. The GV70, they just borrow ideas, but they finally have their own design language. Of those two, the Lincoln Nautilus is so outlandishly expensive, I can't believe it. I had to do a lease turn-in on a Lincoln Aviator, and I was in the showroom doing the lease turn-in for my customer. They bought a GLE for me. They sell a Lincoln, whatever the fucking Matthew McConaughey, whatever the fuck he was sitting in barefoot, fucking moron. He's sitting in the back of a truck selling me Lincolns. Get out of my face. I want actors selling me cars. Get the fuck out of here. Selling me $88,000 SUVs. It's Ford Explorer with trim. Give me a break. Guys, give me a break. Lincoln doesn't have the basis. Now, you're leasing, the lease programs on them are outlandish. That Navigator lease had to be fucking $1,500, $1,600 a month. I mean, so he's got a penchant for slamming his wallet. It's not the easiest. So the most difficult buy in the car market right now is the 7-passenger SUV, period. There's no right answer. The Sequoia, the Denali's, the braking, the Lexus is kind of old and outdated. The Land Cruiser, you got to order them. The X7's a piece of shit, but the lease is good. The Mercedes is an absolute nightmare, but it's the best in class. The GV70's a fucking Hyundai, but it's got the best lease rate on it. It's a real hard place to be, and everything's expensive. The fucking, I'd go with like I'd probably check out the Acura MDX A-Spec if he wants to go, but he won't. But if he wants to save a buck, he'd go with the Acura MDX if he could hold his ego in his pocket for 5 fucking seconds. And if he's acting like a silly boy, you might as well go fucking look at the Jaguar. But the Jaguar's a complete piece of shit, and it's an abomination. I don't like any of those cars. Maybe the GV70 if the lease is nice, and I would really want a custom order one with all the fucking bells and whistles, because they do slam bells and whistles on that car.
This is just a note on this address. So this isn't actually to. The full comment was, "Hey Nick, love the stream. Just moved to North Carolina and looking to buy some land or an old colonial in a dead town, and throwing $1 million at it." And then he gave this address as an example. He said, "This won't be it."
Railroad Street.
Yeah, he said this won't be it, but this is an example of
You want to fuck
the
your
area.
life up? Okay. Good for you. You want to fuck your life up in a Victorian. I've had this thought before. You want a money pit.
So what did he say? He wants to.
He said just moved to North Carolina and looking to buy some land or an old colonial
area
in a dead town and throwing $1 million at it. So this is an example. This is not the exact house, but he gave an example of an area in North Carolina.
And that house is in that area.
Yeah. So.
I want to do a Victorian pretty bad because I think I could bang one out pretty good. I think I could put cool shit in it and make it look spectacular.
Well, he's saying he wants to build new, right? Like,
Yeah.